Hey, this is Pastor Dave, and this is your Monday Mojo. Hope you had a great weekend. Well, I did. I did, because this time of year is one of my favorite times of year. Yes, March Madness, I love it. I love the first weekend, I love the second weekend, and I get kind of sad after the final game because it's all done. But that's what makes it special, only once a year. And this year, there are 4 teams going to the Final Four, all number 1 seeds. And there's a gentleman coaching one of those teams that is challenging my walk with Christ. Yeah, I've kind of decided that being a sports fanatic, which is where we get the word fan, right? And being a follower of Christ, sometimes is at odds. You see, there's a gentleman coaching the Houston Cougars. His name's Kelvin Sampson. He used to coach at my beloved Indiana University. He was there for a few years. We brought him in even though we knew he was a rule breaker and that he had broken rules before, and he broke rules while he was there and left Indiana University, my beloved, I'm a fanatic, in shambles. And we've yet to really rebuild from that. Thanks to good people like Tom Crean, we got things going back in the right direction, but then we've taken a few steps back and now we've got a new guy there. But I have held a lot of, it might even be hatred for Kelvin Sampson because of what he did at IU. And because he was told that he was going to have a lifetime ban from coaching in the NCAA. And well, wait a minute, he's coaching Houston Cougars. And from what I can see, I got to take a step back. From what I can see, he's doing a great job with those guys. And the Bible says that I'm supposed to rejoice with those who rejoice. And following after Jesus says I'm not supposed to hold a grudge. And I have been holding a grudge. Now, I can tell you that I don't think I'm going to root for them to win the tournament, but I just was doing some thinking this morning, and I got to take a few steps back on this, that if I'm going to follow Jesus, if I'm going to be his disciple, if I'm going to be like him in this world, then I have to understand there's something called grace. Somewhere along the line, the NCAA said, we're going to give you grace, Coach Sampson, and you're going to come back. And the kinds of things that he says about developing young men, which is really what I think a coach ought to be doing, not just winning, sound good. I hope they are good. I hope he is developing young men into awesome men and great basketball players. But I'll tell you what, they're really tough. And I'll tell you what else happens when you're a sports fanatic. Strange things happen. You pull for your in-state rival to beat this guy. And Purdue almost did it. Man, what a great game. Anyway, I think that this lesson for me about my faith walk and my life walk intertwining, and there are things in this life that we love, deeply, deeply love, and sometimes they get messed up by somebody, and it's easy to hold anger towards that person because maybe they're not repentant, maybe they're not sorry. That's just not exactly the way we're called to live. And I know that that is difficult, believe me. Looking into this phone and saying, I hope Kelvin Sampson and the Houston Cougars do all right in the Final Four. Never thought I would say that. But I got to follow the one who loved me and laid his life down for me. Anyway, that's my March Madness report for this year and your Monday Mojo. Have a great week.